What is up, gamers? FCast and Chill here. So, Jagex has mentioned that they want to nerf the Fang when it is on Slash, and so because of that, Vardorvis is going to get quite a bit more challenging for people who don't have a Soul Reaper axe pretty soon. So, I wanted to grind Vardorvis and finish him off before this Fang nerf goes live. And so I have done 1,750 Vardorvis in a very short time period, as you can see here from the graph. I went from about 250 kill count to about 1,750 in about 12 days. It took a day off at Christmas, you can see that flat line there, but yeah, lots of Vard going on for those 2 weeks. And so I'm going to show you the loot that I got from this guy, and we'll see how it goes. So Vardorvis is a really fun, challenging boss that was added back in August from the Desert Treasure 2 quest, and he's actually really hard at first. I was dying quite a bit just because there's so much going on when I was first learning, and it's very easy if you make a mistake to get stacked out and die quickly. And it's interesting because for the common loot drops as well, if you get a perfect kill and don't make any mistakes, you get 50% more loot. And some of those drops are massive. Like, you can get 200 raw sharks, and if you get a perfect kill, that's 300 raw sharks. And those drops alone can cover the food that you'll use at Vardorvis. So it's a really profitable boss, lots of fun, but pretty challenging at first. And the drops that we're going to be going for today, there's a couple of them that I really want. So the first of which is the Executioner's Axe Head. Now this is a piece of a 4-piece weapon, the Soul Reaper axe. So you actually need to get an axe piece from all 4 of the Desert Treasure 2 bosses, and then you can combine them to use the axe. So Vardorvis drops this at about a 1 in 1,088 rate, so we'll be hoping we can get one of those. And then the other drop that we really want from Vardorvis is an altar vestige. And so this is a little bit unique in how the mechanics of the drop work, but it's approximately 1 in 1,088. There's a mechanic where there's some prevention for you going too dry for it, because it's actually a 3-piece drop, and each one of them is, you know, much more common than 1,088, but that's not important for this video. Anyway, we're going to be camping here at Vardorvis until we get this altar vestige, and hopefully we'll get the axe along the way. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what loot we get. I'm not going to be showing you the loot from every single kill like I do in my Chambers of Xeric videos, just because these kills only take, you know, maybe like 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes each, and that would just be way too many pictures to put together for screenshots. I don't want to drag this video out forever, so I'll just be highlighting the unique items that we're getting. The other unique that I want to call out from Vardorvis is the chromium ingots. So these ingots are approximately a 1 in 360-ish drop rate from Vardorvis, and you need 3 of them to combine with the altar vestige to upgrade your Berserker ring. So we'll be really hoping we get at least 3 of these as well. Vardorvis also drops the Virtus robes, which are an upgrade for ancient magics. They're almost as good as ancestral for other magics, but for the ancient, they're actually best in slot. So hopefully we'll get a piece of the Virtus robes or 2. I'm still missing my ancestral robe top after doing an ungodly amount of Chambers of Xeric, so hopefully I can get the Virtus robe top. That would be pretty sweet, because I need to upgrade my Arams. But anyway, let's just keep going through these kills and see if we can get anything interesting. Alright, at 130 kill count here, we got our first unique, and it is a chromium ingot. That is one of the 3 we'll need, so pretty exciting. And quite a bit later, we got our second ingot at 375 kill count. These are about 1 in 360, so we are over rate for them now, and we only need 1 more to make the altar ring once we get the vestige. And then now we got an axe head at 578 kill count. This is a relief because this is the rarest item that I wanted from Vardorvis. It's you know, only 1 in 1,088, and getting this knocked out before 600 is a great feeling. And we got another duplicate axe head at 870. A little unfortunate since this is likely going to be useless. These axe pieces aren't tradable unless you combine them and make the axe yourself. So yeah, not really going to grind out 2 full axes with all the pieces from other bosses. So a little unfortunate. And just 7 kill count later, we got a 3rd axe head, which is pretty wild. Again, it's a 1 in 1,000 or so, and that's 3 of them before 900. And soon after that, we got another ingot at 904, and that puts us at 3 chromium ingots. So now once we get the Ultor vestige, we are able to make it. And yet another ingot here at 1037. Not going to be useful for Vardorvis, but if I do end up grinding some of the other Desert Treasure 2 bosses and trying to make their unique rings, having some extra ingots will always help. And here at 1058 on Christmas Eve, I ended up getting the pet Butch. Look at this guy. This is a cool little pet here, and you can actually do some different emotes here. He does some of Vardorvis's attacks. That's pretty neat. This is a nice looking pet. I'm pretty happy to get this one. And just after that, the next day, on Christmas Day, I ended up getting a 1074 kill count Virtus bottom. It's not the robe top like I'd hoped for, but this is best in slot for whenever you're using ancient magic, so I'm really excited about this. And we got another ingot here at 1218. I'll take it. Wow, 1240, we got a duplicate pet roll. Not useful, obviously, because we already had it, but pretty funny. The pet is 1 in 3000, so getting pretty lucky on pet drops. Quite a bit later here at 1463, we got the Virtus mask. Unfortunately, that's the 2 pieces that I said I didn't want as much as the robe top. I guess my account just hates robe tops or something, but you know, I'm not going to complain too much. I'll take the, you know, upgrade in the best in slot for whenever I'm using ancient magics. Here at 1533, we got another ingot. I believe that puts us at 6. And another ingot at 1618. And another ingot at 1643. And another ingot at 1657. These things have just been rolling in. That's 4 in the last 125 kill count, which is kind of wild. I'm getting a little annoyed that I still don't have the Ultor yet, but I'm not complaining. I'm having fun at this boss. I just hope I get the drop soon, because it's pretty likely that I would have gotten it by now. And there it is, at 1756, we finally got the Ultor vestige, and we're able to make that into the Ultor ring. That was quite a long grind. I was able to do about 30 kill count an hour when fully focused, playing at max efficiency and not making any mistakes. Probably 28, it's more realistic. So, you know, ballpark of a 60-hour grind, but we did it and we got the Ultor vestige. And this Ultor vestige is actually worth almost 200 mil at the GE. But the item itself is only 5 mil from the vestige. It's 200 mil once you combine it with the ingots. So we have the loot tab here for Vardorvis, and this is showing 168 mil, but it's actually, you know, almost 200 mil higher. So really the ballpark of 350 mil or so, which for a 60-hour grind, I would say that's not bad at all. It's going to be almost 6 million GP an hour on average. And it was a really fun boss. And as you can see here, I got some other great supplies. I got 5,200 Dragon Dart tips. Those are going to be extremely useful for the blowpipe. I got tons of ore, 936 Runite ore, as well as 9,300 Adamant ore. Lots of runes here, plenty of blood runes and soul runes. And I got a ton of food. I ended up with 5,500 raw sharks. And that does cover all the food that I ended up using at Vardorvis and more. So that's really exciting. I also got some clue scrolls here, and I'm not going to actually show you the loot from these clue scrolls because I'm stacking my clues until I max my account out, and then I'm going to pop them all open, so stay tuned for that later. But that's really it. Vardorvis is a pretty fun boss. I guess I was getting around 6 mil GP an hour, and that's with bad luck on the Ultor, and I'd recommend trying him out. If you want to try out Vardorvis, I do have a guide in the description linked here below, and if you want to check it out, I'd recommend it. It can help you get started since it is a pretty challenging boss at first. And if you liked this video and want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will be back soon with more content. Thanks for watching.